a little bit about the conference today. We created a forum for high quality academic exchange among scientists, as well as domestic foreign experts on recent advances and future trends in intelligent computing research on various fields. Technical field includes electronics, mechatronics, and information technology. Today, June 3rd, 2020, Brojo University is honored to cooperate with Canada Information Technology, all design information India, to host the 5th International Scientific on Research, Intelligent Computing, Engineering 2020. The Prize Week 2020 will be the 5th International Conference, followed by 4 previous conferences, successfully held in Melbourne, India, March 2016, Hurricane, India, 2017, El Salvador, 2018, and Hanoi, Vietnam, 2019. This conference hosted online via Microsoft Teams application. In order to classify your knowledge as well as help you further research in the issue by the conference, the content committee divided the conference into 7 subgroups as follows. The section 1, we're going to talk about smart manufacturing, industry 4. The chairman for this session will be Dr. Chi Hiu Lee and Dr. An Mi Chi. The section 2, Deep Learning for Intelligent System. The chairman will be Dr. Bùi Thanh Hùng and Dr. Gavendra Kumar. The section 3, we're going to talk about artificial intelligence and machine learning. The chairman for this session will be Associate Professor Lê Tuấn Anh and Dr. Kishore Mishra. The section 4, we talk about IoT, ecosystem and application. The chairman for this session will be Dr. Nguyễn Văn Tần and Dr. Sylvie Pau. The section number 5, we will talk about signal processing network communication. The chairman for this session will be Dr. Nguyễn Hà Huy Cương and Dr. Rashmi Radhawal. The section 6, advanced in the modern hour and healthcare application. The chairman for this session will be Dr. Hoàng Mạnh Hà and Dr. Matthew Carey. The last session, on the section 7, we're going to talk about the wireless sensor network and application. The chairman for this session, Dr. Hồ Đức Trung and Dr. Rasen Kumar Patre. This is all our topic for the session today. Okay, the first person, the first doctor going to present non-negative feature learning by regularized non-negative matrix factorization will be presented by Vi Khang Yu. Now, are you there, Vi Khang Yu? Oh, nó bị đích, nó bị
anh nói lại là giới thiệu chương trình rồi còn giao lại cho.
Dạ.
cho người thầy dương rồi ba phải xây dựng em được biết là cái đó gọi là cao xây dựng người thầy dương nào em còn hỏi đi dương mình chắc được chắc năm là em là thằng dương đó
cái này tới 3 người là có không thầy? Cái này tới 3 người là
cái người đầu tiên đúng không? Giấy xét quyền cho người ta là mình em làm những bài không ra cái gì hết đang mười mấy phút em nói được nó kịp. Nào lượng văn cái lượng văn đây lấy những điểm chính để bỏ vô phụ nên gửi. Dạ
Good morning.
Yeah, good.
Good morning. Sorry, we are sorry for we got a problem with the network connection. Sorry, it's a pain now.
So, if some next team is ready, we can ask. We can ask if some next team is ready. We can ask him to present. It will save the time.
And we need we got problem in between.
Right. Perfect.
Yes, thank you. Sorry about that.
No problem. It's okay.
Okay. Can I speak to Lisa Yu? Yeah. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay. Are you ready for your
Yes.
presentation?
Yes. I'm ready.
Okay, you can start now. You like.
Okay. So should I do open my slides, or you will open my slides there?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Please share the slides. Yeah, sir, I'm ready, but please open my slides so that I can start my presentation. I don't find any option here to share my screen so that I can show the slides there.
Ngoài việc dừng, yeah. Ok. Đây này em open cho cái bài này. Yeah, please wait a minute. Yeah.
We'll put another one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, ready. Yeah, please.
Okay,
Go ahead.
sure.
If you get connected.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry.
Yes, good morning, everyone. I'm Vaishali Arya, and I'm a research scholar from Manav Rachna International University. I'm working on a cross-domain sentiment classification model, and in lieu of that, I'm doing some analysis there, which I have presented in this paper. And the topic of my paper is comparative analysis of machine learning algorithm for hybrid sources of textual data, that is again in development of domain adaptable model. The abstract of paper is, the aim of this paper is to do the sentiment classification, which is the task of categorizing the text into different opinionated categories, positive, negative, and neutral, depending on the user's post on the social media. And in social media, Twitter is the most popular platform, which has various limitations on the number of words to be posted, which gives the motivation to us to enhance the performance of such kind of text. So in our paper, we have integrated data from the different sources so that we can enhance the performance, and which can be deployed into the cross-domain sentiment classification model further. And we have applied different machine learning algorithms to analyze which can fit better for such kind of integrated data set. This is my next slide. Introduction is, we are working on Twitter dataset. We started working with Twitter dataset where we saw the limitations that individual user can post only 280 characters, and that is again they are posting URL, short forms, slang words, and emoticons, which forms the text very unstructured, and the text is very sheer there, due to which the text analysis task becomes very difficult, and that do not produce good results in classification problem. So two kind of algorithms can be applied, supervised and unsupervised. While doing the supervised classification, researchers are applying different classifier for handling the different difficulties of the Twitter dataset. For example, for handling the slang words, they have applied different classifier. For handling the emoticons, they have trained different classifier, and then further they integrate to produce the good accuracy for the Twitter. Similarly, for the unsupervised, there are various lexicons available using which the subjective score can be found out. Now, the objective of this work is uh, the enhancement of textual data, so that we can increase the accuracy in Twitter sentiment analysis, and further we can develop a domain adaptable model. Why we are taking Twitter only? The reason is Twitter is an open platform where user post their opinion and on different domains, and we can find out easily there. So that's why we have started working with the Twitter. And while finding the difficulty, we started taking the data for that particular domain from the different sources also. So the domain adaptability is the main motive of this work. So that to provide the domain adaptability, the data should be rich enough. The data should be rich enough where the Twitter lags. So we have started collecting data on the same domain from the different sources. But when you are collecting the data from the different sources, that multi-source data has the different difficulties which needs to be handled. So those different difficulties are like you need to perform the cleaning separately, and then further to develop a model, you need to integrate that data set together so that a supervised machine learning algorithm can be applied on that. So further, the most suitable classifier we have selected for such kind of data set, the data set which is integrated from the different sources, so that domain adaptability can be achieved. Sorry, is my screen visible there? Yes, is my screen visible?
No, your
No.
PPT.
Yeah, that is what I'm seeing. It stops my desktop sharing. Yeah. So for this kind of analysis, the data set we have taken from different sources for two different domains. One is for the Apple brand, for which we have taken the Twitter already labeled data from the Sanders lab, which they have categorized into positive, negative, and neutral and irrelevant category. This data set is scrapped for the duration of 2007 to 2011. This was the benchmark data set already used in various researches, so we have taken that same one. And for integration purpose, as we know, Twitter has a sheer text, so we have taken data from the blogs where we can find a good enough data. So the other source we have taken for this Apple brand dataset, that is the GSM Arena website, from where we have scrapped the data. Why we have chosen this? Because there we can find a very good reviews about the Apple brand uh, devices. So from there we started scrapping the data of the users review from this website, and then further both the data sets are cleaned separately and integrated. The next domain data set we have taken is the airline data set. For the airline, again, we have taken one is the Twitter, other one is the website airlinequality.com, from where we have scrapped this data set. And this data set has the reviews on the rating scale of 1 to 10. Next is the task of data cleaning and integration. So for both kind of data set, the Twitter and the long blog data set, they have different things to handle. So for the microblogs, you need to remove such kind of symbols like Twitter has hashtags, stoppers, punctuation, brackets. You need to convert that emojis into text, the lemmatization conversion you need to perform. So there are various handlings which you need to perform for the Twitter. Whereas for the long blogs, there the data is more structured format, so less things are required for the cleaning. We have removed stop words, we have done lemmatization, and we have converted that data which is reviews which are in the rating format into the labeling format, because Twitter has labeled data set in form of positive, negative and neutral, whereas long blogs have the ratings from 0 on a scale of 1 to 10, which we have converted into the positive, negative and neutral category. The data from the 0 to 3 we have labeled with the negative, and 3 to 6 we have labeled with neutral, and 6 to 10 we have labeled with the positive. After then, integration is need to be performed. Integration is the most important phase, because when you are doing the integration, both the data sets should be normalized to the same structure. So after labeling this long log data set into 3 categories, the data is normalized, and then we append and then randomize this, and you can say shuffle this data set, so that we can have a structured data here for performing the classification model. After cleaning and pre-processing of the dataset, feature extraction is performed. Feature extraction is performed to convert the data into the vector document. This vector document is converted using the bag of word and TF-IDF model. Okay, so for which we have chosen this sklearn library of the Python, which convert first data set into the bag of word, then bag of word is into the TF-IDF format to convert this document into the vector form. On the vector document, the different supervised algorithms we have applied: random forest, logistic, Bernoulli's, multinomial name and SVM, and we have compared their results. So while comparing their results, I have taken airline Twitter data set only, Apple Twitter data set only, and after then we have taken the integrated data set, Apple integrated with the long block, airline integrated with the reviews data set, so that we can see, does our integration of data set really working well. So we have analyzed all these things. So in this result table, we have seen when we are applying the algorithm only on the Twitter, then we have accuracy maximum only 76. Okay, so for measuring the accuracy, we have used F1 score, because data set is imbalanced data set, so we have chosen F1 score for the measurement criteria. And there we have seen that for airline, 76% is the maximum accuracy we achieved. And when we have integrated this data set, we can see for this same logistic regression, 83% accuracy we achieved when we integrate our data set. So we can see Twitter is not sufficient, or it's not good enough to give the accuracy of the sentiment models, because there is a sheer text. So you require the data from the rich sources. So we have integrated the data from the rich source, because if you have a rich source, you can provide domain adaptability easily. While providing the domain adaptability, we required that if we provide any kind of source or any kind of target, your model should work fine. So if your features are not sufficient for the target domain, then the good accuracy could not be achieved. So that was the main aim while developing this analysis, that what can be a better option for providing the domain adaptability, and we found that integrated data set is good, and we can apply either SVM or the logistic regression models, because they are working well on the integrated kind of data sets. This is the graphical representation. Blue one is the only Twitter data set, and yellow one is the hybrid data set, and we can see it is performing well almost in all the categories here. Okay, so I'll say the effectiveness of using text data from multiple sources for the same domain to enhance the classification performance of the Twitter data set. The experiment has been tested well on different state of machine learning algorithm, and we have closely examined the behavior of classifiers on different data sets, so that we can say yes, multiple sources enhances the features for the Twitter data also, so that we can get the good accuracy. These are my references. Thank you. Any questions?
Yeah, Vaishali ma'am.
Yes.
This is Dr. B.K. Mishra from India side.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm having 2-3 questions, ma'am. First of all,
Yes, sir.
as you have mentioned that you have taken the structured data from the different data sets. Okay.
Yes.
If you will be assigned the unstructured data set, okay, how you are going to handle the cleaning part?
Sir, I have taken Twitter also. Twitter is unstructured data set, and the
Okay,
further
okay. Then if
yes.
you have taken the Twitter data and that
Oh,
and that is
oh,
already installed,
yes,
then how you have
yes.
taken care of taken care of the pre-processing and the stopward removing? Can you tell?
Yes, yes, sir. I have cleaned both the data sets separately because obviously unstructured data set required more cleaning process, and Twitter is the most unstructured. We have cleaned all the punctuations, all the stop words, and we have converted emoticons into the text, and there are various symbols when you
What tools
retrieve
you
data.
have used here?
Sorry, sir.
Tools. What tools you have used here?
Sir, I
What?
have used Python,
Okay, then
and implemented in
let
an
me know what
content.
is your contribution, because already several libraries are there to remove all the stop
Yes,
token words and stop words. Okay, may
yes,
let me know what is your personal contribution for this, because already this type of work already available in long back. Okay, ma'am.
yes,
So,
yes, sir.
because you have contributed a lot, let me know what is your contribution, because this work is not only today's work, because already in the year of student 16, 15 also people have started work on, and they were trying to pre-processing the data using the Python or R. Okay, what is your
Yes,
personal contribution, and what is your conclusion that yeah, this is my
yes, sir.
benchmark and I have done this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just focus on that point only.
Yeah, sure, sir. Sure, sir. See,
Please tell.
sir, yeah, sir, I'm telling. Sir, first of all, my aim is to find out how that cross-domain sentiment classification models can be developed. So while developing the models, I have seen if I worked only on the Twitter dataset, that is not only the sufficient dataset. So what I find out in my work, can I integrate multiple sources of dataset? Then I started integration, and then I found yes, integrated dataset gives the good result. My task is not only the cleaning of the data set and all. My objective is to find out how I can develop a cross-domain sentiment classification model. So while developing this cross-domain sentiment classification model, I have to perform the various analysis also. So this is one of the analysis which I have made. Yes, Twitter is not only the sufficient data set when you are developing a cross-domain model, you required a rich source of data set, obviously, then how you can find out. So that I have found out along with Twitter, you need to get data from the blogs or from the review sites which I have taken, and then I have seen how to integrate them. I have integrated them, and integration also required the data set, two data sets which you are taking from the two different platforms, require different cleaning, and required to be normalized on a same page so that you can perform any other classification on that. So my objective is to find out.
What are the normalization techniques are there?
So normalization are like the different sources are having different kind of labeling criteria. So that was the main concern, how to convert that rating scale into the labels. So that I have done rating scale into the labels. I have formed here, and then I have integrated them. And integration also required the data should be not so much imbalanced. It start producing inaccurate results. So I have integrated, and I have tested 2-3 times there to find out which integrated performs well there.
Okay, thank you.
And yeah,
Over to Tuan, sir. Professor Tuan, is there?
sir, I have one more request. I have another session in a session 7. So can I leave now because I have to?
Yeah, Professor Tuan only can only answer it. So
Yeah,
wait for his, he
my
has some.
request is to please mark my attendance so that I can switch to another session for the presentation.
Ma'am, please wait, because Professor Tuan is one more session chair is there in opposite side. Okay,
Oh,
you just wait for him, and if he is having any questions, he may ask you. Then after you will send the message to you, the organizer, that I'm having another session. You just consider this session as present. Okay, from my
sure,
side
sir.
only, I have taken the attendance of you.
Okay, thank you very much, Vasari. Sorry. Okay, now the next presentation is about Việt Hằng Dung. Yeah, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
No, another Vietnamese.
Yeah,
The first paper.
we are here. Sorry for
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, already. Yeah, please share your screen and presentation. We have 15 minutes only for you. Okay, so okay, thank you.
Okay, sir, I'm leaving this session. Sorry to interrupt. I'm joining the other one.
Yeah, no problem. Please go ahead. All the best.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, we start now. Sorry, we start now.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Please.
Okay.
Presentation.
Thank you very much. Sorry for my internet connection so far. First of all, we would like to introduce. My name is Mạnh Bui, and nearby me is Dr. Việt Hằng Dương. We are now working on Bạc Liêu University, Vietnam. Now we would like to present our paper named Non-Negative Feature Learning by Regularized Non-Negative Metric Factorization. This paper is a joint work with three authors, Việt Hằng Dương, Mạnh Bui, and Professor Chia-Ching Wang in National Central University in Taiwan. Here is our outline in this paper. We have three parts. Part one, the introduction. Part two, we introduce our proposed methods. And part three, we show some our experiments. As you know, metric factorization has been gained considerable popularity for data exploration, analysis, and interpretation, such as principal component analysis, linear discriminant analysis, and non-negative metric factorization. For general non-negative metric methods, we give a non-negative metric D whose column are n-dimensional feature vector being m examples. NMS method decomposes the input data D into two low-rank non-negative matrices B and F, such that D approximate with B times F. In order to expand the negative matrix factorization method, we can go to, for example, three directions, such as make more constraint, or using some another diversion, and we can modify a structure. For constraint methods, we may add some constraints such as graphs, bars, or octagonal. For using the distance, we can use a Euclidean, full-back layer, or beta divergence. For modifying the structure, we can use the kernel methods, convex or tensor methods. In this paper, for learning feature in non-negative metric factorization, an n-dimensional non-negative observation vector dm from the original feature space is explained as a linear combination of k dictionary elements bk. Each non-negative bk active apart and all bk together co-activate the part-based representation of the whole dm, with fm indicating the weight of the x part. For solving this problem, we need to minimize the distance between di and bfi. In this paper, we aim to expand the repertory non-negative metric factorization by imposing the constraint in both two metric factors f and b. For matrix F, we add the max margin SVM and graph regularized. For the matrix B, we add the spatial dispersion constraint. And then to evaluate our model, we use the facial expression dataset for recognition. Our proposed model name SFGNMF. Okay. In order to solve our idea, we need to solve the optimization, including 4 terms. We can see the first term is the basic NMF. The second and the third term is a max margin SVM and graph regularized on matrix F. And the last term is spatial dispersion on matrix B. And what is the graph regularization? We know that a local invariant assumption here could be that if 2 data points di and dj are close in the intrinsic geometry of the data distribution, then the representation of these 2 points in the new subspace are also close to each other. And what is graph regularization? We project the matrix D to get the projectile data F. For the term F times L times F transpose. Here L is the Laplacian matrix. And what is the pixel dispersion penalty? To learn a low-rank basis matrix B, X column of which describe a spatially localized part of an image. A basis image BI is spatially localized if the non-zero pixel of the basis image are spatially and locally non-dispersive. Non-zero pixels should be clustered and close to its center. And in order to solve our problem, we need to go to 3 steps. Step 1 is to fix coefficient matrix F and the basic matrix B. And step 2 is to optimize the coefficient matrix when all the variables are fixed. And the last step, we update the basic matrix B. To experiment, as we introduction before, we use 2 data sets in facial expression. The first data set is Japanese data set, GAFFE, in the first row, as you can see. And the second row is the CK data set examples. Our proposed model is to compare with 6 baselines, such as non-negative matrix factorization, Spanish regularized NMF, many-point NMF, NMF with spatial dispersion penalty, supervised Roberts non-negative graph embedding, and the last baseline is matrix factorization model on complex domain. For facial expression recognition, we usually divide this task into 2 phases. The first phase, we must learn feature, and the second phase, we recognize. In the first phase, we learn to NMF on the training dataset D-train to get dictionary B by decompose D-train into B times F-train. And then we exploit B to decompose new test sample, D-test. And last, we use DN as feature vector for sample DN. sorry, here is Fn, right? And the second phase to recognize facial expression, we feed F-train and F-test as input data to classifier SVM. And here is the result of our methods, proposed methods. Here we use different subspace, for example, 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100 dimension. And here is the baseline, and the last row is our proposed method. As you can see that our proposed model have a higher accuracy than the baseline on other dimension. And for the CK dataset, we also have the higher result. Yes. And here is the confusion matrix of 6-class facial expression recognition of proposed our methods. In this matrix, we can see that the sadness is most accuracy, best accuracy, get the best accuracy, and the fear is the lowest accuracy, because sadness is maybe easier to recognize than the fear, because fear is mixed with disgust, or sadness or happiness, although surprise. Yes. That is my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Professor.
Yes.
I'm having one more question. Can you tell me what is your accuracy rate? You have done very good work, no doubt on it. But the thing is, if how you are thinking that your work is something unique.
Sorry, can you say again?
Yeah, my question is something like that. What is the accuracy rate of your experiment?
Yeah.
Experiment.
Yeah.
Are you getting me, sir?
Yes, this is the experiment result. Yeah. And how about your question about that?
What data set you have used here?
Yeah, I use two data sets. The first data set is a Japanese GAFFE data set, facial expression data set, and the second is the CK data set. Yeah, CK plus data set. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
All the best, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, any question?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Mạnh Quang Bùi. Okay.
Thank you.
The next paper is study on the model reduction algorithm based on curve analysis by authors Ngọc Kiều Vũ. Yeah. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Em chỉnh. Yeah. So please show your camera, please.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Hồng Quang á. Okay. Hồng Quang, yeah, Mr. Hồng Quang Nguyễn. Yeah. Hồng Quang. Okay. Please share your screen and presentation.
Yes.
Okay. Em xem được chưa? Hồng Quang được chưa? Đang nạp em được rồi. Ok. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, please present your paper. Yeah, Mr. Hồng Quang.
Hello, recording.
Yes.
Oh no, not.
Cho nó
Không phải.
nhỏ xíu mà.
Không phải bài này.
Mr. Hồng Quang.
Not right.
We can hear you. Yeah, please. Please check your mic and your camera something. Mr. Hồng Quang.
Yes.
Nó nhỏ xíu rồi. Muốn nghe được.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah. Can you speak near microphone because we can hear you.
Can you put on your microphone or your headphone?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's okay now.
Yeah, it's better. So,
little bit better.
My present. Not. No.
Này cũng một phần cho cái mạng này bạn nào.
Hai mạng là chuyện cái em phải chỉnh được micro nó.
Đó là bởi người ta.
Không phải bài này của em. Em không share được màn hình.
Share được màn hình rồi đó. Ok, rồi thấy rồi, đã thấy màn hình rồi.
Nhưng mà không phải bài của em. Không phải bài này em báo cáo bài này.
Có cái bài
Study model reduction over team beyond the suit analysis. Not right. Không phải bài này.
Cái bài số 3 đây. Em có cái điều khiển cho mình nó điều dạ cái bài đó anh phải điều khiển chứ không bên đây không phải điều khiển đâu anh ơi. Anh đọc bài khác lên đi, anh chọn bài chứ không phải bên đây chọn màn hình đó là anh điều khiển hết.
Rồi em hiểu rồi. Em đang tìm cái màn hình xe mà nó chưa lên. Yes, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah. Please share the full screen, please.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I presentation my paper, a study on the model reaction of team beyond shoot analysis. My presentation have 4 parts. The first introduction and the second model reduction of a team, and 3 extended order reduction of a team for the unstable system, and for the illustrate example and 5 convolutions. The first introduction, the burn truncation of a team requires a multi-matrix analysis SPD matrix, and the border analysis ability to reverse some dominance characteristics of orange system in the reduced system, such as the living important eigenvalues of or dominant pose. In practice, the dominant pose is measurable in the real system, so they are necessary to the preserve during the oral reduction process. In 19, we have proposed a model reduction using source analysis to reduce the complex of the reduction algorithm due to less user SPD analysis. Application preferring the dominant polar during order reduction process. However, the order reduction algorithm 19, most of the proposed model reduction method apply the artificial stable ordering system with Brojo the solutions. Improve the order reduction algorithm beyond the short analysis so that the algorithm can reduce the unstable system. The second model reduction algorithm. The main idea of the algorithm in 11 to the converse matrix A2 system in one in a triangular matrix from the using source analysis for the SPD analysis, then a dominant polar as a rank descending order and dominant on the main diagonals of the triangular matrix. However, the disadvantage of the source analysis is that a source analysis performed on the complex number field, resulting on the output being a complex parameter or the reactions system. The list of difficult to the conversation convert to say the system from state model of the transfer function model to perform the system simulation in the form of the transfer function. As I was draw 80 graph of the system in MATLAB and Gemini. In order to complete the algorithm in 11, it was performed to convert to order of the reduction results from the complex number field in real number field to step 4 of the algorithm. Because the algorithm polar according to the importance descending on the main diagonals of the triangular matrix A, and algorithm is able to preserve the dominant pole of the orange model in the reduction model. The detail of the algorithm beyond street analysis 19 is present as below. The output, the input algorithm, the original system describes state ABC, the stable system. Through to the step 1 to the step 6, we have result the reduce the system A11 and B1 and C1 with the real parameter. And the 3 extended order reduction algorithm for the unstable system. The orders reduce algorithms based on should analysis using the control gradient and observer gradient to slow to develop equations. The condition of the slowing the two developed equation is that a road system must be a stable system. In order for the algorithm to apply the unstable system, we propose under algorithm to divide the unstable system to the two models, the stable and unstable model, that apply the order reduction algorithm beyond the source analysis and to a stable model to obtain a stable order reduction system, and result the unstable reduced system in the sum of the table order reduction system and the initial unstable model. The detail of the algorithm is as follows. The input algorithm, the system ABC described in the 1.1. This is the unstable system with the n order, and to the step 1 to step 6, we have the reduced system AR, BR, CR, and the order of the reduced system is smaller than the orange system. And for the initial exam, we have a high order model with 15 order apply the new open team with in the fourth paper. We have result of the order system, order reduction of the unstable system shown on in the table 2 with order 4, 5 and 2 order system. Then to evaluate the order reduction result, we use the graph of the HT and the border graph of the orange system and reduced system as follow figure 1 and figure 2 and show the result in table 1 and figure 1 and figure 2 show that the 4 order reaction and the 5 order reaction can be replaced orange system. Thus depend on the reply of the order reaction errors and the score application of the order reduction model in the order scaling order reduction system. We can choose the corresponding order reduction model instead of the order 15. If you want to divide the graph T to very small and accept that there are a small division of the border graph, compare the order 15, we can choose a 4 order reduction system instead of the order 15 of system. If you want the errors of the graph T, the smaller errors of the border graphs compared to the order of the 15, we can choose the order decreasing system instead of order system 15 of system. The above results show that the new order reduction can be is able to reduce order for unstable system with high order. By a conclusion, the paper introduction the model reduction obtained by all the suit analysis applies the stable system. The operative has ability to preserve the dominant point is orange system in the reduced system. To improve the operative, we propose a solution that operative can reduce the order of the unstable system. The results of the exam illustrates example illustrates the correspond of the proposed operative. Some of the issues that the research team with the public pressure in the next article are with the given a model Brojo mathematics theory so compute how much the model can reduce y and things and give errors and apply this model order recursion over team to field such as reduce and high order controller and telecommunication and information technologies. And the end of the paper. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Professor. What is unstable system and stable system in your concept?
Yes.
You mentioned that you are going to propose a model to reduce the thing your unstable system. Am I right?
Can you repeat?
Hello. Are you getting me, sir?
Can you repeat again? I don't
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, my question is something like that. In your proposed conclusion slide, you have mentioned that you are going to propose a model for reducing the power perhaps for the unstable systems. Then, what is unstable system? What do you mean by unstable system?
Is it possible for type the small one-line question to the author, because I think they are not able to hear
Okay,
the
sir.
English properly.
Sure, sir.
Just one line only, that's it.
Yes, Professor. Yes, Professor.
See, author, you can read the comment box. They have given the query. You just read it and then speak, right?
Yes.
Thank you. बोलो भाई क्या कर रहा है सब गीला गीला
Okay. Xin kêu Mr. Hồng Quang Nguyễn. So the next paper is sentiment analytics model and its role in determining social media influence on decision making by Ramil Oman Assoc, Kuri. Yeah. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good morning.
Who will present it? Yeah, this paper?
Yeah, it is our paper, sentiment analysis paper. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Cái tác giả là Paranit.
Hello everyone, how are you?
Fine, sir. How are you?
I'm really happy to see you all, and you're looking very nice. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Can we begin?
Yeah, let's start.
Okay, let's start.
So good morning, everyone. I would like to introduce myself. I am Shreya, along with my co-authors, Amul and Charan. We are from India and we're pursuing a Bachelor's of Technology. So on a brighter note, I would like to first thank the chair of this session and the entire committee of RISE 2020 for giving us this great opportunity to present a paper in the conference. As we all know, the COVID-19 pandemic has created a horrific situation that is affecting all of us right now. Our hearts go out to anyone who's been impacted by the virus, either directly or indirectly. And in this adverse situation, we thank RISE 2020 for providing us with the online conference. So to begin our presentation, our research paper is titled Sentiment Analysis Model and its Role in Determining Social Media's Influence on Decision Making. So once upon a time, each conversation, each personal opinion or feelings were always expressed one-to-one. So now the era has totally changed. As we know, more than half of the world have been indulged in social media, and every individual is so connected to it that in fact, social media is actually affecting upon our lifestyle. Can you believe it that more than 95% of all the businesses have dedicated social media platform as part of their marketing strategy? You will find over millions of users on social media sites today, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc., and have made a big impact on people's lives. So here we have noticed social media is actually affecting us. To understand better, let us take an example of an MNC that recently released a model of iPhone 11. Not everybody knows how its specifications are, but when I open my Instagram, I have seen many of my friends posting their stories and praising for its magnificent work. So now the information begins to pass one to another and another to another. So nobody knows exactly how it works, but everybody is interested in listening to others' opinions and trusting them. And in this chain, there comes a higher probability for a person in purchasing it. So here, opinions of one person or their sentiment is influencing another individual. So to conclude here, indirectly, the decision of the person purchasing a phone was influenced by social media, right? So we found this pretty interesting. We dug into it and came up to use certain techniques like natural language processing, within which we have used opinion analysis, sentiment analysis, and influence analysis to design a model where the decision-making process is much refined in a better way. So this was my part of the presentation, and now I would like to hand it over to Amol. Thank you.
Thank you, Shreya. Good morning, everyone. This is Amol Charakuri. I thank the chair of the session and the whole committee of RISE 2020 for giving us this opportunity. So as we have heard from Shreya regarding the key concepts, let us take a brief talk about the techniques. Natural language processing, which is a very important technique, is used in a model. It is a concept in which the computer processes characteristic language so as to perform different human-like assignments. Now coming to the second technique, sentiment analysis, which is also an important topic, is a field of data analytics that is engaged in performing the analysis of data and finding the sentiments of the people on a particular topic. Moving on to our proposed model, titled the CSA model, which stands for Compact Sentiment Analysis Model. The reason behind the name is the compact structure and the compatibility of the model, which eliminates unnecessary concepts and modules. So if you look at the model is divided into 4 phases, that is data collection, data preparation, data analysis, and data clustering. So in the first phase, where we collect data regarding previous data records, we do scraping and crawling data from social media, and then we pass it on to the next phase where we do feature engineering such as product feature labeling, class labeling, and outlier removal. Outlier removal is a very important part of this process. To the next process, we apply the different techniques such as sentiment analysis, opinion analysis, and influence analysis. In the last part, we cluster the different responses into positive and negative. So upon working with the model, we can evaluate how the process could help us consider different options. So in the first phase, we collect the data from the customers in the form of review and opinions. So in a descriptive manner, in the second phase, we process the data set to be readily available for the prospective data analysis part, of which the data has to be processed properly. In the third phase, we analyze the impact of emotions using the sentiment analysis. And in the last and the final phase, we cluster the different data sets and form out a decision. Now, I would like Mr. Charan to continue by explaining the evaluation and workflow. Over to you, Charan.
Thank you, Amul. Good morning, everyone. I'm Sri Charan, and I'm happy to present our paper at the RISE 2020 International Conference. Talking of the evaluation and workflow of the refined model, let us consider a scenario where person X with certain social media engagement and influence is in the market for the purchase of a smartphone with certain features. We do have multiple options, but considering a specific budget, we mostly end up with 4 to 5 recommendations. Applying required data collected from the first phase of person X, such as his desired features and their priorities, to our model, we reach second phase. With these results, comparison between features required by X versus features available in the recommended model, the interaction of the models and person X social media. After the above procedure, we into third phase of the model, in which we apply sentiment analysis for a refined outcome. Later, we check upon the model's influencer interaction with X social media interaction to form a decision. Now, let us look at the figure in the presentation. Here we have person X. We collected data from the person X and phone models from the phase 1 results, that is assumed data, which are fed to the model to cluster out phase 2 results, which in this case we have obtained 3 possible phone models, and the results are social media cluster results and features required to person X comparison. Now we apply sentiment analysis to the results of the second phase to obtain further refined phones in the third phase. In this phase, the cluster results and features results undergo sentiment analysis to obtain two phone models. In the next phase, we deal with the analysis of influencer social profiles of the model 1 and 2 to find the interaction in the social media profile of person X to obtain the desired results. Now we'll check up on the merits and demerits of the model.
So coming to the merits of a model, when it comes to a positive approach, organizations and companies can know their customers, what they're interested in, and then shape their products which intrigue customers the more. Political parties can come to a better understanding of the voters' mindset and act upon them. Governments could get responses from the model whether the performance is accurate or not. The organizations can discover their competitors on the social network and then can improve their features for a better customer reach. And through this analysis, the business managers can have a streamline of their interior customer behavior to give the customers a better satisfaction for an improved feedback too. And so the demerits of this model are the negative approach is where, without the knowledge of oneself, a person can be easily tricked into taking a decision, so it might not be a appropriate decision. And this could result in his or her social media being affected by data that influence a person to make a decision without even analyzing it if it is appropriate for his or him or not. Thank you.
So keeping in mind the emerging technologies, our model has a wide area of scope for improvement by involving deep learning methodologies, which could result in better accuracy. After comparing a model and knowing its merits and demerits, we come to a conclusion that most of the decision-making process of an individual is influenced unknowingly by social media. Decision-making is a very important aspect in the lives of people as well as to businesses for their organization to run beneficially. And through our model, we strongly believe it has a positive role in identifying the influence of social media on decision-making. Saying so, I would like to conclude this presentation. On behalf of my team, I thank the chair of the session and the audience for being patient and the committee of RISE 2020 for giving us such a wonderful opportunity to present our paper. Now we would like to answer any questions.
Yeah, good morning, Shreya and team.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
No doubt, I don't know whether perhaps people are doing BTech, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
Yes,
Mishra,
yes.
they are our student. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Good. Nice to see you because being a BTech student also, you have gone through a lot of works and you have presented a very good paper in an international platform.
And even they have booked the ticket also, but due to COVID, they are not able to go. That is
Really?
All thanks to Vijender sir. Yes.
Yeah, it's a great contribution from Solanki sir. Definitely a big salute to him.
He has guided us throughout the paper.
And a big salute to you young guys also, because you have contributed a lot, no doubt. But
Thank you so much.
one or two more suggestions are there with you.
Yes, please.
Yeah. First of all, if I'm not wrong, it's a review paper. Okay. Because you are a BTech guys and you know the Python, you know the R language. Why not you go for some implementation point of view? Because it's the totally a review paper of how the sentiment analysis will be helpful for your marketing point of view or business point of view. You have gone through the literature, I have no doubt on it. But the thing is, some implementation is required, and because this concept is already outdated. Why I'm saying this concept is already outdated. You have to correlate your domain. I mean, as you are having literature on sentiment analysis, just to try to correlate with the existing problem and go for some development side or implementation side, so that your idea will be justified one with in a international platform. But really, from a big BTech student, really it's a marvelous job, and a big salute to you one and all, and congratulations to all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, next paper have a title job recommendation and approach to match job and seeker interact with enterprise and requirements by Ngọc Trung Kiên Hồ. Yeah.
Hello. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I would like to read my presentation on our example just recommendation and approach to match just seeking interest with interest requirement by gặp Trung Kiên Hồ, Hùng Hồ Đắc and Tuan Lê. My presentation consists of following sessions: introduction, relay work, methodology, research, conclusion, and future work. In recent years, on-demand or job seeking rising, especially in developed countries. In order to automatically match job seeker and interact. Okay, sorry. I'll continue. This interaction helps job seeker reduce seeking time and helps the reducement of interact become more effectively. In this work, we propose an approach to match job seeker interest with interest requirements by a similarity matrix. We use GSET dataset instrument. The GSET dataset is real dataset derived from being used carrier service system, and then we recognize data in CSV format. They originally 200 tables in GSAD dataset, but due to the needs of our work, we extract data from 2 tables, as described below. Table checker contain over 8,000 records with 30 columns. Table iterate contain over 33 records with 30 columns. Many work has been conducted by use step of as techniques: caliber fitting, combine fitting, clustering, supplement analysis, and data mining. Our review consists of 5 main steps: data retrieval, reprocessing, pathology, simulatory computation, and evaluation. We use Gonsi, Zakas, Mahastan, and Leverstan. We will up our recommendation score and abstract recommendation. Job person based on researching matrix for subjects who interested with being used career service center. When a job seeker come to being used career service center to request job direction, being used career service center will provide job direction and ask job seeker varieties of job direction. Our summary shows that there is strong fluctuation in the number of positive feedbacks between metrics. Leverstan distinguishes the high amount of positive feedback, while Zakas graphing trend the low amount of positive feedback. The research shows that level diagram the highest accuracy. In your work, we propose a stress to match job seeker interest with interval requirements based on similarity parallel similarity matrix such as Gaussian, Manhattan, Jacques, and Levenstein are examined a real dataset derived by Bayesian survey carry system. Recommendation and verification in done directly at Bayesian Carrier Survey Center. We discovered that Levenstein grant the highest accuracy by receiving the highest positive feedback from job seeker in Bayesian drivers. Future work. In functionally factor in order to improve performance for our robot approach. Thank you.
Hello. Hello. Thank you, Professor.
Yeah. Dr. Brojo, can you give some comment?
Yes, just a minute.
Hello. Nghe bên em không thầy. Dr. Brojo. Yeah. Please give him some comment and suggestion.
Hết cỡ luôn mà không nghe được. Hello.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Noise disturbance.
Okay. We have another paper related the human resource demand forecasting play on this by the Mr. Hưng Hồ Đất. Yeah, please prepare your presentation. Hồ Đất Hưng. Có mẹ.
Em tắt rồi.
क्या नॉइज करते हैं, नॉइज ज्यादा हो जाता है।
Yeah. Mr. Hưng, please share your screen. Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you all a nice day. I am Hun, lecturer at Yumok University. First of all, I would like to express my great appreciation to the chairman of our sessions. I would like to brief my presentation on our recent work on approach to human resource demand forecasting based on machine learning techniques. In my speech consists of following sessions: introduction, related work, methodology, results, conclusion, and our future works. As we all know, uh, globalization has been creating new business opportunities for both existing firms and young startups. This means the expansion of worldwide economy will be incredible. This expansion of the worldwide economy requires a tremendous demand of human resources. In order to make human resource qualified economy, government must have a specific strategy for vocational guidance, training, and education. Specific legal authority always expect the more detailed forecasting result, the better. In order to meet that requirement in this work, our contribution is as follows. First, our series of experiments are conducted on real data, which is provided by the new Career Service Center in the period from 2011 to 2015. Second, we propose on approach to focus not only overall trend of the human resource demands, but also the detailed amount of each employee segmentation. We define the employee segmentation based on the qualification, yeah, the certificate or the degree of the employee. I mean, and let's move to the related work. We have surveyed some related work, and we find out that there are many works have been conducted based on production, financial business model different, or specialized feature to focus. Resignation, general human resource demand in some in some uh, in some demand in some domain in agriculture, health, and so on. Especially in Vietnam, the Ministry of Labor was involved in social affairs and developed some models such as Lotus or IMS to focus the overall human resource demand in 2011 and 2012. Yeah, let's dive into our methodology. Our procedure consists of the five main steps as follows. First, we retrieve the data from the new career service center, and then we will be setting to eliminate the unclean data. Yeah, and then we vectorization the job deletion as well as the deletion of the employee. Next, we come to build up our model, and finally, we evaluate our model. Um, let's take a look at our view model function. From the technical perspective, we view SPI equivalent in Python to conduct our experiment. Yeah. And what is higher people? But here we resolve some technical issues such as painful cross violation and research to find out the best parameters we have so those programs here in the evaluation of the model. Yeah. We have in our experiment we use five to measure the random forest, canyon, lineage, and decision tree. The first experiment showed that the random forest. Uh, yeah, sorry, wrong slide. Yeah. First of all, we have evaluated correlation between the features, and we have found that 32 over 39 features have strong correlation. So we decided to choose 20. We decided to choose 32 features to our data set. In the other hand, based on the socio-economic laws, we strongly believe that the human resource demand is related with some other features such as growing GDP or growing population or the country population. Yeah, in our work, we consider growing population as the youth population and the country population as become population. Provide highly accuracy. We also want to choose the best parameter for our random forest. Yes, so we use the future technique to find out the best value for the estimated parameter. And we have surveyed the range of the estimated value from 10 to 100 to 1000, and we found that 700 is the most appropriate value. When the estimator is higher, the more resource is required for the computation. So we decide to choose the best estimator is 700. Yeah. Based on the requirement of the employer in the province, our our firm only focus on some range or some segment of employee based on the qualification as this team, you see, from high school to typical enterprise or regular training. Yeah, and we will apply this segment to our problem, and we will focus the future demand of each segment. And once again, the random forest lecture has shown that, yeah, yeah. So that's the high accuracy. Final, the last experience we try to determine which barriers of time should be considered when we focus human resource. And the results showing in this table show that um, our model gives the high accuracy for 1 year period focus with the average accuracy is over 90%. And then, yeah, in the short term, this work we propose our approach to focus on training of human resource demand and detail amount of each employee segmentation based on machine learning and techniques. And our work has been applied in the uh, career service center. Yeah, we have also applied some techniques today, thanks for robot validation and research in Python, yeah, to improve our model. Yeah. However, some sector of business could be impacted by some seasonal factors such as agriculture. So human resource demands focusing for those sectors should be considered seasonality. In our in our future work, we will apply time series into our robot focus model, yeah, to handle that requirement. And thank you for listening.
Yeah, yeah, Dr. Brojo, can you give some comments, please?
Yeah, thank you, Professor. Just a minute. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice presentation, no doubt. I'm having a small, you can say it's a funny question also. What is the difference between deep learning and machine learning?
Yeah,
Because why I'm asking this funny question, the reason is same concept with deep learning. Same this your concept topic was an approach to human resource demand forecasting based on machine learning. Same concept with deep learning. With deep learning, one research article is already available. So, are you getting me?
Yeah.
Now, so you just tell me what is the difference between the deep learning and machine learning?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't get. Yeah, sorry, I didn't get you.
Please listen me. My question was something like that because same concept, an approach to human resource demand forecasting using deep learning. Already, this research article paper is already available. Okay, but you have so far implemented with machine learning. Now I'm having a funny question in my mind. What is the difference between machine learning and deep learning?
Yeah. In my opinion, we can solve this problem by using deep learning. But based on our data set, we have we have found that our our employer only focus on some segmentation of the employee, and now we think that the based on requirement, we think that the term forest is the is appropriate candidate. If we use deep learning, can provide a much higher cost to train to adapt model. Yeah, in my opinion.
Okay, thank you, Professor.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Any question and any comment, please? Okay, thank you, Mr. Hưng. Yeah, in the next paper, auto feedback, adaptive enforcement learning, tracking control for will in inverted binary system by anh Đức Hoàng, Hồng Quang Nguyễn. Please, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah. Good.
I am opening the section.
Hồng Quang. Yes. Yeah. Wait for a minute. Hồng Quang Nguyễn. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Say I would like to sharing. Okay. Can it?
Okay. Yeah. Very good. Yeah, please share full screen.
Full screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Full screen. Good morning, everyone. We can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. We would like to talk about the problem of output feedback adaptive reinforcement learning checking control for inverted pendulum. And the inverted pendulum has a complex system with many obstacles that including disturbance and uncertainties, and the control objective is to find the torques in the right wing and left wing to guarantee the angle, the thin angle, and the direction angle, and the position to check to approach the decided trajectory, and it is difficult to find the controller. To find the nonlinear controller, and in order to implement this work, we need to separate this model into three parts, including the position parts, and velocity parts, and the dynamic equation part. And our work is to focus on the optimal control, apply the optimal control for the mode of balancing, the modes of balance. Okay, and the optimal control will be used HGB equation and the classical LQR equation to extend the adaptive reinforcement learning. Okay, and as we know, the will inverted pendulum has have several parameter, and a variable as follow, and we can describe this model into the linear equation in the situation of the surrounding the balancing point, okay, and in order to implement the ADP algorithm, we need to have known that.
Excuse me. May you check your slide, because we just see the first slide. Just your first slide.
The first slide.
Just you share the full screen. You can control your but if you share, because just This is the first slide. Do you want to share with us, Tuan, right?
Let me just slide and still. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, moving there now. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Are you okay? Now we continue to consider the inverted pendulum with the parameters and variable as follow, and we can describe this model in the situation of linear system. Okay, and as we know, the adaptive dynamic programming can be implemented based on the many step alternately, and we can implement this work based on the flowchart. The algorithm can be worked based on the two modes, including the off policy and on policy, and we will present the PI policy iteration output feedback adaptive dynamic programming, and the work is difficult to consider the situation of output feedback because we are difficult to obtain the output variable, and this algorithm can utilize the output variable. Okay, utilize the output variable, and the algorithm points out that we can compute the control input based on several equations as follow, and it is difficult to implement to solve the equation, to solve the matrix equation. Then we can use the data driven to compute the equation as follow. Okay, and the second algorithm presents the situation of output feedback ADP with some modification as follow, and we can work the algorithm based on the applied simulation. Okay, based on the applied simulation, and the conversions of the algorithm can be seen in the figuration as follow, and the stability and the checking of the control scheme can be illustrated in the figuration as follow. Thank you. That's enough. Thank you. Can you hear me? I couldn't hear me. I couldn't hear me.
It's okay now. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, good. Thanks for your paper. Okay. Okay. Dr. Brojo, do you have any recommendation? Hello? Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Okay. Mr. Brojo, do you have any recommendation?
Recommendation. And I'm waiting for the any question.
Oh yeah, sorry. Because you got problem with the network. Sorry. Any question? Any question for him? Yeah.
Our work has been presented.
Yeah. How about the other people? Do you have any question? Em cho kêu tiếng Hàn tiếng Anh nhau. Can you give me a second?
Next speaker, okay. And out.
Xong.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nói rồi share còn không có thấy. Okay. From your presentation, now I would like to invite. Hello, Phạm Công Hy, are you there? Hello. Hello, Phạm Công Hy, are you there? Bên đó đang nghe mình không? Okay.
Anh chụp luôn cái review của nó đi, coi đọc cái nó muốn gì.
Okay. How about victim boy? Cái này cũng không có này, cái này cũng có vô này. Hết luôn. Không biết cái nào còn nào. Này.
Sao con? Tự nhiên không thấy mà.
Sao có mình. Siêu sao. Có này. Cái này tên này tên gì?
Linh.
Hello, can I speak to Nguyễn Văn Linh? Are you there?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Are you ready for your paper? Your presentation?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Everyone, you can hear see the print.
Oh yeah, yes, Mr. Linh. Yeah.
Yes.
Is it clear, right? Okay,
yes.
please.
Yes.
Start.
Yeah. First, I would like to send the greeting of one request to our help to be present at the conference today. I would like to present the paper A load balancing VM migration options for multi-tier application in cloud computing based on fuzzy set and Q-learning algorithm. And then introduction. One of the important features of computing and cloud computing VM migration uh, includes consolidation, several
Excuse me.
underlying.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Can you go to your first slide, please? Presentation slide. Hello.
Yes. Uh, can you see my screen?
First slide. Move to the first slide. Presentation slide. One second. I
Yeah.
want to check your title. A load balancing. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. One of the important features of cloud computing, VM's migration, consolidation, several underutilized small data center can be replaced with a few larger ones. Load balancing, it requires the transfer of VMs from an overloaded host to a loaded ones. Scaling multi-sites need to be created at different geographical sites to scale as the cloud grows. Disaster recovery and reliability. In time of catastrophes or any foul occurrence, VMs can be migrated to mirror size or a cloud with minimal downtime. Maintenance application and data can be migrated to another machine to free up the hardware for the maintenance. And then VM's migration is about the full feature to manage visual cloud computing. VM's migration solution for cloud computing aims at different purposes such as cost, energy, performance, stability, availability, and depending on stakeholders' objectives such as service providers, customer, and end user. VM's migration techniques with static threshold-based rules, reinforcement learning, queuing learning, control theory, time series analysis. In this paper, we choose a reinforcement learning approach and then propose work. Some challenge of existing best migration techniques and tools. One, the environment in the current choice will affect future action on pandemics. Cloud infrastructure are complex and difficult to model. Three, workloads irregular and dynamics. The type of VM's migration algorithms can be defined from distributors and parallel computing, such as scheduling for work, multiprocessors, pin packing, graph partition algorithms. Many resource coordination algorithms have been developed, but not usable for all applications. In addition, optimal resource utilization is essential in the efficient use of resources in the cloud infrastructure. The optimization problem in this is usually of the NP hard or NP complete class. In this paper, we formulate the VM migration problem for multi-tier applications based on macro precision process. A VM's migration algorithm is developed by Q-learning reinforcement learning algorithm. Advanced architecture. The virtual machine migration problem on the cloud in the form of directive graph (DAG), GVE, where V is a set of vertices representing the work. E is a set of edges that show dependency relationship between vertices. Please refer the image on the left to more detail. Uh, The low balancing level in the system resource use case at time presented by 5 states: very good, good, normal, and very bad. The cloud computing system provides VMs resource for multi-tier application A's. and a vector phi defines a resource allocation strategy for all application. A VM allocation strategy for each application is presented by a matrix phi k, which is not negative for L corresponding to the number of tiers and M corresponding to the PM number as follows the expression below. A strategy of allocating PM resource unchanged by following action. Action this. An algorithm. I will describe how the algorithm is scaled to this picture. And we have a set of the VM need to be migrated on the left, and we have a set of the VM assay on the bottom. Step 1, VM1 migrate to VM2, and step 2, VM2 migrate to the VM1, and continue with the step until all VM need to be migrated. As step for V2 PLP algorithm, input eta, gamma, and epsilon, output the AJZ. Step 1, initialize Q. Step 2, to the action A for scale runs say 80 with epsilon greedy. Step 3, action taken A. Step 4, calculate the value at the time t plus 1 with this expression this. Step 5, repeat step 2 until Q converges. And experiments to evaluate the effectiveness of the algorithm of resource migration algorithm. Suppose that at the moment t degree, the analyzer will evaluate the status of system so that it can issue specific resource migration actions. We make comparisons on the 3 datasets, including dataset has 150 PMs, 100 apps, have 62 PMs of fault, and 447 VMs need to be migrated. The VMs migration solution depend on epsilon, eta, and gamma parameters. The agent choose the optimal action based on Q with probability 1 minus epsilon and random action with probability epsilon. We choose learning rate eta equal 0.1 and discount factor gamma equal 0.9, and then change epsilon belong to 0.2 to 0.8 to evaluate the discounted cumulative reward. Please refer to this email for more detail. After training phase, the load balancing of policy will correspond the epsilon equivalent with Rubin algorithm. The figure below shows the load balancing of VS migration with epsilon greedy policy with Rubin algorithm. We can see the picture. The load balancing of Brojo algorithm is better than the Rubin algorithm. As final, the collections in this paper, we propose a load balancing VM migration approach for multi web application, which are based on MDB, depending on the characteristics for its algorithm. The user of JC construction to migrate VM for game is also different. The action selection traces quickly have been studied by changing epsilon. The effectiveness of the algorithm evaluated by comparing it with Rubin algorithm. In the future, many other reinforcement learning algorithms will be developed to compare the with the proposed algorithm. I finished the presentation. Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you very so much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lim.
Yeah.
Yeah, give him some comment.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Apart from your existing greedy algorithm, any algorithms are there for load balancing?
Yes. Wait, I forgot about my load balancing.
Yes, please. Because
Yes.
you mentioned that in the future, many other algorithms may be developed to compare the evaluation. Okay.
Yes.
Let me know what are the other algorithms you are planning to compare with your exit result to the future algorithms.
Sorry, sir. There, please
My
repeat the question.
yeah,
Sorry, sir.
my question was, as you mentioned in your conclusion that in the daytime, in the future, you are going to develop some algorithm to compare your evaluation. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. So my question right now, my question is, what are the other algorithms you are planning to compare? What are the other algorithms are there apart from your existing algorithm?
I will develop the order reinforcement learning to the compare with proposal algorithm with for to use.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I will develop is ACO and colony optimization algorithm to compare with proposal algorithm proposal learning proposal algorithm. Yes.
Okay, all the best, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, we have only two more paper. This the first is model reductions in cloud basis with post retention and actual normal error power by Ngọc Kiên Vũ, Hồng Quang Nguyễn. Yeah, are you there? About no order for this paper. So how about the last paper is the Ross domain with the composition of DCT coefficient statistic with in impact image.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Please.
Can you hear me?
Okay,
I cannot share my screen now.
Yeah. The technical people they control it leeway. Okay, ready? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's start now. Okay.
Okay. My name is
Hi, I'm from Lagos City. Uh, and I would like to present my especially domain using technology of the data DCT, verification strategy, a quantification table for reversible data hiding in JPEG image.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, please share.
Yeah.
Screen. Yeah.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Is it okay now? Sorry?
We are unable to see your presentation.
So is it okay now?
No, kindly share your presentation.
It's I change. Hello? Hello.
Yes, kindly share your presentation.
Yeah. Mr. Tan, can you please
Yes,
share
yes.
you choose your screen, yeah.
I choose my screens.
Yeah, please share your presentation, yeah. Yeah. We
So
didn't.
now you can see.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay, now you can see it, right?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, I don't understand why.
Please try again.
Now? Okay, I will try again. So, okay now? Can you see my screen?
No, not yet. I can see.
Not yet?
I don't see you. Okay, now it's okay. It's okay.
Now it's okay?
Okay.
I'm
okay.
sorry. I'm very sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay, in my paper, in our paper, I would like to share the idea about the embedding information into the JPEG image. As you know, now internet is very popular, and can you see my screen now? Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Go ahead, please.
Okay, sorry. So we try to protect the digital contents and try to trace the traitor in the internet. So our focus digital content is the JPEG image and how to improve the quality of embedded image after we embedding the information into the JPEG image. In the digital watermarking technique, we have some techniques that is steganography and digital watermarking. In digital watermarking technique, we focus on the fractal watermarking. That's called reversible hiding information. So in this paper, we focus on how to improve the capacity of hiding information into the JPEG image. So the reversible data hiding technique for JPEG image has a big challenge in order to improve the capacity, quality, and the flexible embedding methods. My opinion, the problem JPEG or I have three problems. The first one is the capacity of the hiding information is very. In the second one, the visual quality of JPEG image is lower than that of uncompressed image. And third, the size of embedding image image may be increased more than the original one. In the data hiding, in the data hiding in the JPEG image, we have some methods, and we focus on the TN methods. For example, if we can extract the some pixel in pixel value. For example, in this slide, you can see we can extract two pixel values such as 206 and 200. We calculate the average of that and calculate the difference from that. For example, if we want to embed the bit zero into the difference value, we embed it in the LSB and we calculate the H dash value. So we achieve the new value of the difference, and we calculate the new value pixels such as 209 and 197. In the extraction methods, we do the same thing. We calculate the that and calculate the difference from two value pixel value. In order to extract the embedded bit, we extract the LSB bit, and as you seen in the screen, we can extract the bit 0 from the difference value. And in order to reversibility, we calculate the new the original one value pixel, so we can inverse the value of the pixel. So now we can see the methods to embed the information into the pixel. We can embed in the new difference value from 2 pixels. We have original one difference value and the payload that in the embedding information. After embed the information to the difference value, we have a new values such as x and y. We can calculate from average and the difference value, new difference value. So this is a simple method. We calculate the different average value and difference value. To extract the from the difference number, difference value, we can extract from the LSB, and we want to reverse. We want to reverse the pixel value. We can calculate it from average number, average value, and the difference value, such as and we can achieve the original pixel value. So how to apply it on the JPEG algorithm? We, as you know, we can we have the algorithm of JPEG image. We can extract the block value from the original image, and we do DCT coefficient, DCT domain transform, and we have some quantization as well. Reordering and create the stream. AC coefficient, and we do the same thing on the our explanation. We apply the advantage methods based on the GN methods for non-zero AC coefficient of and the second methods in the second method we propose embedding methods using weights for quantization table of JPEG algorithm. Actually, in this slide, we embed the information, hiding information in the number of non-zero digit is under, and we embed 8 bit into the non-zero digit coefficient is 0. So we hope that we can improve the capacity and improve the quality of embedded JPEG image. In our experimental test image, we use 8 color image to embed the information in that, and we calculate the capacity from the embedded image. Also, we calculate the PSNR, that is the visual quality of JPEG image, and our proposed method is quite efficient in JPEG image. And this is our experimental result. For example, this is the capacity of our experimental result. In the chain methods, we have some capacity that's bigger than 4,000 bits. In our proposed methods, we can increase the number of embedding bits in JPEG image. So the question is, if we embed more information into the JPEG image, how is the quality of image? So we calculate the PSNR, that is the measure to compare the visual quality of JPEG image after embedding the information. We compare our methods with Tuan methods. So you can see because of our capacity is more than our PSNR value is quite good, quite early chain methods. For example, in the bamboo image, in the channels, PSNR value is 34 decibel, and also in our methods, it's also 34.21 decibel. It's quite nearly. So we calculate that we can improve the embedding methods, and we can maintain the visual quality of JPEG image after embedding some information. So conclusion, we propose a new method for reversible data hiding in the JPEG image, and we improve the methods obtained for JPEG image for embedding, and propose cross domain using multiple quantization table for increasing the capacity while remaining the quantity of embedding. Implement for real application. In the future, we want to implement our methods for JPEG 2000, and maybe we would like to apply video and audio digital. That is hello. Hello everyone. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. In my presentation. Here. I question and then uh, can you hear me?
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Tan.
Yeah. Dr. Rampal Singh. Yeah.
Mr. Tan have some problem in the connection.
Yeah,
So,
sir. From
yeah,
1 hour I'm
yeah.
trying it. Yeah.
So now we move to the next paper. Is assessment and annual average temperature by clustering algorithm by Arin Damroy. Yeah. Em điều khiển.
Yes, actually,
Yeah.
you have to share the PPT, or I can from my laptop I can start the.
Yeah. Tắt kia luôn rồi. Kia chắc
Here
không
I'm
nhắc.
not able to see any PPT. How we share? I don't know. I already sent the PPT.
Okay.
It is better if you share so I can.
Yeah, please share your screen.
On screen.
Okay. Em sẽ tắt cái màn hình này. Em nhắc cái này kia. Okay. Arin down. Please share your screen. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Arin. Yeah, please share. Hello, Arin.
Visual, sir.
Arin, please share your
Visual, sir. Yes,
screen.
visual.
Mr. Arin, please share your screen.
Yes, I'm trying it, sir.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Arin. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It is taking a lot. Loading problem is, sir. Whenever I send it is showing some loading.
Yeah, please share your screen.
Yes, sir. Please give me a second because it is showing some loading. That is getting delayed. Now.
Em mở cái slide này nha.
It is possible, sir. Can you see the PPT, sir? I have shared the screen. Now it is visual.
No, sir. No, it's not visible. If your PPT is already with the host side, you just pass a message to the host side. They will present your PPT. So listen.
Already, sir. Already, I have shared the PPT.
Arindam, sir, please listen, please. You just pass a request to host side. They will present your PPT, and from your side, you will speak your presentation. If it is okay with you, just pass a request message to them.
Okay.
मिलेगा पैसे निकल शर्म करो यार साला भाई भाई बोल के भाई का ठोक देते हो साले ठोकेंगे तो आ गए भाभी माँ के बराबर होती है। मास्टर भावतर की सब बातों देखे नहीं बोलते आज बोल दो। भाभी को एक बार नमस्ते कर लोगे पैर छूके। रश्मिना मैडम को अभी बुलाता हूँ। Arindam sir.
Yes.
Your problem is with...
Actually, sir, I have shared the PPT and given the request.
Yeah, okay. Perhaps Dharmpal sir is also with you, perhaps.
No, I am the Dharampal sir, because from my email ID, I was not able to join, so I
Oh,
have
Dharampal ji.
Yeah.
Dharampal sir बोल रहे हैं तो?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Dharampal sir.
हम मिले हैं एक दो बार, याद आ रहा है?
कहाँ पर से?
आपका चैम्बर पे ही मिला हूँ यार, याद नहीं आ रहा है? कल्याणी कैंपस में मिले थे।
So for which company, especially if you say that, then I remember.
Perhaps you are working with Kalyani, na?
Yeah, JS Kalyani.
JS Kalyani, yeah, JS Kalyani.
Yeah,
I know you are the head of that. You are the very good friend of our sir, Madhusudha ma'am, and her husband, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Amod Ranjan Jaina. Yeah.
Yeah, Jaina sir, me and Madhusudha ma'am and you were taking some snacks also at your room only. Understood? Yeah, this is Brojo Mishra.
Oh, yes.
तब आप टकला हो गए थे, कुछ प्रॉब्लम था बोल के।
या पापा का डेथ क्या हो गया था।
हाँ, याद आया शायद अभी। कैसे हैं सर जी?
हम ठीक है सर।
गुड। एंड व्हाट अबाउट perhaps अमृतसर एंड मधुसूदन मैम GNIT में चेंज कर लिया ना?
GNIT में।
GNIT में ना आपका? Okay.
They are saying I only can share the PPT.
Oh, I will pass a message to Solanki ji. Please wait.
Yeah, Mr. Hồng Nguyên, Hồng Quang Nguyên. Yeah, Nguyễn Hồng Quang, Mr. Excuse me.
I'm here.
Hello.
I'm here.
Nguyễn, yeah. Yeah. You have one paper, the model reduction in closed basis with four retentions and current non-error power. Please prepare for presentation now.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Hồng Quang. Okay. Yeah, mình nhắn con thằng Trung Quốc rồi. Tiếp mày. Yeah, Hồng Quang, please share your screen. Yeah.
Yes.
You can control now.
I will share. Can you see the PowerPoint?
Yeah, we see your screen. Yeah, okay. Please listen now. Let's start now. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello everybody. Today we are introduction my paper model reduction in tools basis with priority 10 and A2 norm errors bound. My presentation have four parts. The first I will introduction, the second model order reduction algorithm, and the three induces example, and four calculations. As the first, I will introductions reduction algorithms based on the evaluating the dominance of the polar point according to A2 standards include three basic steps. step one, you should analysis to convert to matrix of the organ system to the upper triangular matrix format to avoid have use SPG analysis. And step two, equal the statistical properties the pro beyond the S2 standard to arrange the dominant points according to the descending order and dominant curve on the main diagonal of the upper triangular matrix. And step three, there some row and column across to step two of the truncation tactical to the get reduce system. So three steps of the algorithm, the dominant point of the original system will be preserved in the reduced system. And three model order reduction algorithm. Model order in shoes basic which polytan when present and the algorithm 2 to 1 triangle relations. And in with algorithm input is in system A B C D. And go to the step 1 to step 5 we have an important system with relations. And the next algorithm 2.2.2 we order the point by A2 dominant index input triangular relation to step 1 to the step 6 we have a validation system with relation. The output in the output in the 2.2.2 the equipment system where the dominant point eludes according to the S2 standards have been arranged across the descending order the dominant of the main diagonal of the upper triangular matrix. And the finish
Hello.
Hello.
point 2.2.3.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Professor Brojo.
System. Yes. Input equalization system.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Hello.
Is audible? Yes, audible.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I can.
Yeah. So we have representation. Yeah.
Yes. I can hear you now.
Still have. Yeah, we still have. Yeah. But
Yes.
So to step 1 and step 2, I told it reduce the system A11 and B1 and C1. And 3, the isolated stem. We have for two examples. The first model reduction of high order picture. We have a six order picture. High order picture interaction a number drawback using a real application such as complex track later processing time and response a system using the filter is low. This might be because the system cannot adapt the reply of the system a real time. Therefore, we need to reduce the order of filter into order to simplify the design of a filter, increase the processing time and increase the speed of the system response. But still remains the main characteristic of the oriented fighter, reducing the order of following that algorithm. We had get a result according to the following in table 1. Result of the order reduction digital fighter, and the order of the system is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 order. To rapidly reduce the order system, we can have a simulation the response of the full order digital fighter and order reduction digital fighter, and the simulation result is a matter and streaming is shown in the figure 1 and figure 2. From the result graph in the T and border graph on the original fighter and reduced fighter, we see that the 5 order and the 4 order fighter can be used instead of the 6 order fighter. The second example, we are reducing a high order controller. We have a 6 order controller, and when you use the 6 order controller, lead to the many disadvantages when we perform the robust blanket control program due to the complex program. And when you see the 6 order in the robust, that must increase the processing time to slow speed to respond of the control system. Without the good response, the real time the requirement of the controller and is there a balance system. So in order to improve the quality of the control, it shows the implement reduce the order control to the less program cost by a simple reduce the processing time, increase the response speed, but the satisfy requirement of the suitable stability of the system. Implement of the reduce order control algorithm reduce support step mentioned above. We often follow the resource in the and to verify to reduce the order model, we have a simulation response is the full order control and reduce order control. The simulation result managed in simulating as shown in figure 4 and figure 3 and figure 4. From the result, the reduce order figure 4 and figure 3 and figure 4, we see that we can use the 5 and 4 and third order controller to replace the 6 order controller. And finally, conclusion, the paper interaction, the model reduction algorithm preserve the dominant polars beyond the 8.2 standards. An important user fail the algorithm the ability evaluate the dominant of the pole of the oriented system according to the 8.2 standards to ability to arrange the polar according to the descent order of the dominant the main diagonal of the triangular matrix on A. And the new algorithm for the reduce order, the high order control and high order filter, so that the algorithm to ability to preserve the dominant point of the oriented system in the reduced system. And our research list the identical formula and reduce string order error and apply model order reduction algorithm of the field such as the suitable control and telecommunication in the information technology. And I will finish my my presentation. Thank you for the attention.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Dr. Soloki,
Yeah.
give some comment to him.
The gentleman has done very good work, and I have no much comments because this paper thorough. But one thing I wanted to know, like how we can connect it with the recent computational technique. I mean, recent technical means in recent applications, how this can be connected.
Can you repeat again? I don't understand.
Sir, I am saying this work is very good. How we can combine in real time application? Yeah. Where is the use in real time application of this work? Okay, proceed it. Okay, sir, no problem. Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Dr. Rosen and Soloki, we have only one, the last paper with Mr. Roy. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Hồng Nguyễn. Yeah, Hồng Nguyễn. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So, how many presentation completed?
Yeah, 10 already.
Wow, very good. Okay.
Em là cho mở chưa? Yeah.
Say anything is showing in his screen. Myself with Dr.
Roy, please share your screen.
Actually, I already shared the screen. My question is whether it is visible or not.
Please check again. Is your screen? Oh, really? Okay, I see. But you show your. You have to show your in screen. You use okay. Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Please open your presentation. Bobo boy. BBT. Fine, please.
Yes, sir. Opening, sir. Now it is visible.
Okay, it's coming now. Okay, very good. Now, okay.
Now it is visible, sir. Yeah.
Now, yeah. So your last. Yeah.
Shall I start, sir?
Okay.
Dharampal ji already visible हो रहा है. Or you may go ahead.
Please start. It's good. Start.
Yeah. It's a good afternoon, sir, and myself, Dr. Dharampal Singh, and we have the 4 author in this PPT.
Welcome, sir.
Oindam Roy, you're welcome. Yeah. So this is my PPT topic is the assessment of annual average temperature by clustering algorithm, and we have the 4 author. One of the author is the student Oindam Roy. Myself, Dr. Dharampal Singh. Sudipto Sahana is the colleague of the JIS College of Engineering, CSE department. Same as the Panoti Rachit and the Sobik Park. So in PPT, I am going to present the introduction and objective, and then the workflow and the methodology, what type of methodology we have used there, and then the implementation concept, and then result and discussion, conclusion, and then reference there. Now the introduction and the objective. Why we have chosen this one, and what is the introduction of the weather forecasting there? Because we know that In the today world, many things depends on the weather. In real life, we have depends on weather there. Also for the irrigation and different type of crops, we can also depends on the weather. So we have chosen this topic because we have seen that the many statistics work have done, but there is no such type clustering things have been done there. So that is reason the main objective of the this task is there. We have chosen the weather forecasting, where we have the taken the real life some weather of the India, because here we are staying in the India, so we have taken the weather data of the India there, and we have used the some clustering technique, and after that we have think that we can use the bioinspire and the soft computing. Now the how we have proceeded. First, we have taken the data based on the from the reliable source there. After that, we have applied the clustering technique, and then in the future we are thinking to apply the bioinspire and the soft computing algorithm. Now you can see that what is the workflow of the my PPT. First, historical data. After that, pre-processing. Pre-processing means here what we have seen that many data, some parts are missing. Some parts have the data but not in the format, because you know that someone entering the data, some mistake may be happened there. So that is reason we have decided that whatever the data are there, some pre-processing technique we have applied. So here we have applied the technique of the data mining, like the missing values are there. So how we can handle the technique? We can go for the average, we can go for the group value there. So many techniques we have applied in the pre-processing. After that, we have chosen the clustering. Already I have mentioned that. So when you choose any algorithm, so there must be the some comparison there. So that is reason we have taken the two concept technique of the clustering. One is the k-means, and second one is the hierarchical clustering. Based on that, we have predict the value. We can see there, and after that we have compared, and we have seen that the k-means the given the some best result in case of the your this data set. As you know that the suppose in case of the weather data, many parameters are there: minimum temperature, maximum temperature, and also the humidities. So when you apply the clustering technique there, so we have to take the which factor give the more impact. So for that we have applied the factor analysis and also the principal component analysis. Your main objective is that we have to select the which factor affect your annual average temperature, and also bring the all the data in a single column. That should be very easy to apply the clustering technique. So that is reason we have applied the factor analysis and the principal component analysis. And this is the definition of the clustering techniques. Hierarchical clustering, we know that the hierarchical clustering, how it works there, and how the k-means clustering there. So I'm not giving the much time about it because I have to discuss the result here. Now you can see the result here, sir. Because here the different year we have taken the data, and the annual temperature and temperature in different months is also given. So last you can see that this column where we have calculated the total effect value based on the FA and the total effect value based on the PCA. Because here we can see that the four column there, like the January to Feb and the March to May and June to September and October to December. So we have to bring all the data into single column. So that is reason we have applied the factor analysis and the principal component analysis there. After data, when I get the data in the single form, so it is very easy to apply the clustering and the hierarchical technique. So we have done it. Now you can see the result. Based on the hierarchical clustering, we are getting the different type of centroid, and also the after the centroid we have calculating the error, we are getting the different error there. And also the same data set we have applied the k-means. Again, you can see the we are getting the different type of error there. Now the based on this, also you can see that here we have the PCA. This is only for the data of the hierarchical clustering. We will also apply the two things. You can see the hierarchical clustering and k-means, centroid of the PC and centroid of the DIPA. So here we have done the comparison between the PCA and the FA based on the cluster technique of the k-means and hierarchical. Now you can see the result here. Forecasting data using the hierarchical clustering on FA, forecasting data using the hierarchical clustering on the PCA. You can see the result. Here we are getting the result of the error of the 5.82 and the 5.28 and 5.82 and 5.27. So again, you can see that this error is a high because 5.82, because we have what we have seen during the research there in many algorithms, they are giving the error near about the 2% and the 3%. So that is the reason we have decided that whatever the errors are there, we have to optimize the error. Yes, same thing we have earlier done for the hierarchical clustering on the PCA and the FA. Now here for K-means we have used the same thing. We have applied the concept and we are getting the data there. Now based on that, sir, we can say that whatever the data we have received, that K-means clustering, or I already shown in comparison that K-means clustering is giving the less error. So for this task, till now for our current task, we have used the K-means clustering as the forecasting model there. And in the future, because I already stated that the error is a very high, 5.48. So we have to optimize the error. So we are thinking, because I have done some work in the bio-inspired algorithm like the BAT, Firefly, and also the hybrid algorithm of the lizard. So that is the reason we are thinking to apply the bio-inspired algorithm on the given data set. Because whatever we have seen that for weather forecasting, they are using the statistical method. If I implement some AI and machine learning and bio-inspired algorithm, so at the end you can say we are able to get the more accurate data based on different parameters. So these are the some references. These are the some references from where we have taken the help. So, sir, thank you, sir. This is from my side. Hello. Thank you, sir. This is from my side. Audible, sir?
Okay, thank you. Your presentation. Yeah. Dr. Brojo.
Yes, sir. Just a minute.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Yeah, Dharamal, sir.
Yeah, please give him some comments.
Yeah, Dharamal, sir. Are you here?
Audible, sir. Audible. You are audible, sir.
Yeah. As you mentioned that you have tested some data with your various algorithms. Okay, sir. Now I'm having a small question. How it will be applicable for the, as we are in the living in the corona stage, COVID-19 stage, your concept will be helpful for this, for the current scenario.
Actually, sir, this is the weather annual average temperature. But whenever you can consider for the corona data set, because we know that good analysis based on the correct data set. So I have searched the many area. Till now, they are saying that they are still collecting the data. So if data will be available, sir, so we can apply the pre-processing technique, because sometimes data have the some error values there. So you have to say that whether there is some missing value also possible in data. So you can apply the pre-processing technique, and after that you can apply the PCA and the PC and the factor analysis, check that which factor is the important. And then after that we can apply any algorithm, sir. It is a soft computing. We can apply. We can also apply the bioinspires, whatever the
What
optimal
simulation techniques you used here, sir? Simulation?
Pardon? Yes, sir. Python. They have used the Python technique there. Means that this is a student project. They have used the Python technique to implement.
Okay, okay. And in future, you are planning to implement with COVID data set?
Future means the one of the my MTech student doing about the COVID data set. So he has done the literature survey, informed me, Mr. Till now, sir, there is no concrete data. Whatever data he got, that not updated form. Because right now we know that if updated data is not available and also in the correct data. So it is the, if I perform any analysis, it will be the wrong one. So it is related to the life of the human being. So we have to more secure about the more cautious about the data there. Because 1% error means the one life there. So that is the reason, sir, we are waiting for the correct data. If data is available, then you can still apply this technique.
Yeah, no doubt. I would like to mention here that the big congrats to your BTech student, because he has done very well. No doubt on it. But the thing is, since if it is applicable BTech student, it is too good. But if we will consider about ourselves, then some more work to be added. It's my small point of view.
Actually, sir, he has implemented the PCA and the FA and offer the two technique by using the Python programming. So you know that within 6 semesters he has done. But he has promised me that after that, because error is a 5.48, still it is high.
Yeah.
In any case, it is high there. So that is the reason he is learning the fuzzy logic and soft computing, and after that, BAT algorithm he will apply there.
Okay, sir. All the best to you, you and your team.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Namaste.
Namaste. So shall I leave, sir? I will stay there.
I hope you may not be to return here. You may leave.
Okay.
Wait for 1 minute. Wait for 1 minute. Perhaps that the session coordinator will be informing you. Please wait.
Okay. Thank you very much, Arida. So, okay, thank you. Yeah, so now our session, we have finished 11 paper already. So thank you very much, everybody. Yeah, we have attend this session and also presentation very good with some comment from the Rosa and some other people. So now we finish close this session. So afternoon we will have the opening ceremony, right? So see you later. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Mr. Rosa. Okay. See you on. Mr. Rosa. Okay, okay. We you and me discuss about something. Yeah.
May I leave now? May I leave now?
Nào. Yeah. Em out hết mọi người dùng. Yeah. Mr. Rosa. Chết bà nó không đi rồi. Em đóng hết mấy người kia lại đi, ông mời ông vô lại. Sao không vô ta? Mà ông vô là được không? Cho em B R O G O mà không vô lại. Ok, đang gọi thầy đang gọi không á? Chắc ông thì nghĩ rồi. Nói anh nghe em rõ. Đang gọi không mà.
Vậy mình gửi tin nhắn cho có dịp không gửi mình lại.
thì nó không xong thì mình đâu có chiều nay còn làm cái phiên sau, mà phiên này không xong mình đâu. Quên nhắn rồi.
Mình sẽ thực hiện trong đó.